Well, it depends on the... Because if you've got a bigger pizza, right? A little bit of a bigger pizza...
But 8 slices is more than 4 slices.
Still the same.
More pizza, man.
It's just more, man. Like, I think that's more because... I don't know, if you cut that into 8, it just feels like more.
Yeah, I guess I see what you mean.
It's like...
it's not though, is it?
It's not, but it feels like...
If you cut up a dead body, is there more?
Yeah.
Or
How do you cut up your dead bodies?
Are we filming?
Yeah.
Okay.
I better roll that as well.
Oh, none of that gold was caught.
Well,
So
it was
saying-
caught on that one, right?
Yeah.
The onboard.
So saying about your pizza, I have a problem with it.
What?
Ow. I thought we needed to clap, but we didn't.
No, it's
And that was a really loud clap.
Yeah, so the 4 slice pizza is just a little fucked up if you ask me.
No, it's fine. Because you can fold it as well. So you can kind of fold it and do that.
Did you?
I know, but that's a calzone.
Oh,
man. You know what I mean?
No.
Like, kind
The
of.
whole...
I don't
The whole
fold
thing is a calzone. You can't, no.
I just don't want to fold no pizzas, you know what I'm saying? I did enough folding when I worked in that factory. And,
In Thailand.
It just takes too long to make 8 cuts.
yeah.
You want to eat your pizza now. You don't want to be standing around doing cuts.
I suppose so. In this fast-paced lifestyle, I can't argue.
No one in the city's got time for cutting
No one's
a pizza
got
into
time
8
for those
slices.
eggs. That's true, actually. Me on my lazy ass has been slicing 8 times. No, I fucking could have had 3 or 4 singles out by now. Oh wait, we do. We have lots of singles out. Lots of good singles. And that's funny, because today we're here to talk about another single, Holy Water, and the video, and you guys and George, who isn't here unfortunately, he's alive, but he's just not here.
It's no longer with us.
No longer with us. Helped make this magnificent video that's probably the best thing I've ever been involved in. Can't speak for you guys, but for me.
Yeah, can't maybe.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
So a question I've had a lot, maybe which is more directed to you, is a lot of people ask me why badminton players, and I don't really have an answer for that. My answer is why the fuck not, because it's just fucking cool. But
I don't either. The thing is, we had that gym, which was being torn down within we had to shoot there within 2 weeks and come up with a concept. So it was really just so that we could get that location. I kind of like the badminton players for the kind of yin and yang aspect to the video. I thought that was kind of...
with their synchronized outfits, yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't want to be too on the nose with it, so if people don't get it, then that's fine. But I kind of liked that aspect that you kind of come traipsing through their badminton game. The guitar solo as well.
Oh yeah.
But there's a level on this video. It's a level of obnoxiousness, consistent obnoxiousnous. It's you interrupting their badminton game and then you dancing in front of a pool in a fucking velour shirt. Is it
velour beige? Yeah. Funny thing is,
mustard.
I spent the money on that for the shoot, and then a week later, my mom came home and she bought me this beige shirt. She just found it, and it was probably better for the video. So I'm actually kind of bummed out about that. So the video's been delayed. We're going to do reshoots now.
We have to wait till next year until the weather's better.
So it's nice again.
So see you in 2020, guys.
Yeah. It'd be like the Tool record.
Well, this was great, guys.
Yeah. See you later.
Out of my house.
There's something about the badminton thing that I was going to say. Yeah, I feel like the video almost has an obnoxiousness meter, and the solo is when it goes.
But that's the whole point.
It's great.
It's the whole point of it was meant to be not... the concept behind the video was meant to be kind of letting go of apprehension and not really giving a shit. Yeah. And I was a little bit iffy about using a swimming pool location at first because you see it in every fucking mumble rap video. There's a swimming pool, loads of girls and
Luckily we didn't have the girls. So that's kind of helped.
We just had 4 guys.
Four sweaty guys on a Saturday night.
Yeah. So it's kind of a bit iffy, but I kind of liked it as a location. I kind of just liked the gradual progression because obviously the first verse is it's all one shot. There's no cutaways or anything. The video starts pretty much with one consistent tracking shot into the chorus, and then the second verse is a bit more fast paced. We've got multiple locations for that.
Do you find it hard to stay on that single? Sorry, I was going to say. Did you find it hard to stay on that single tracking shot, in the edit? Because there's almost so much you could go to then.
No. Well,
we didn't film that, did we?
Yeah. I mean, originally in the concept and in the shot list, I had multiple shots for that part of the video, because I had this idea like of doing multiple cuts, and we did for Josh's Holy Water line, we did like a separate shot where it kind of purposefully tracks in.
I think I remember
And
that.
but as the day went on and we shot pretty much, that was the first shot of the day. I was like, I think we're pretty much done with this. I liked it. Like it turned out so well.
Strong in it.
No, I like the timing of it. So just I wanted to keep it as one shot, and it kind of made sense because the first verse and the second verse are a little bit different. Like the second verse, you kind of get more into it. And it made sense to kind of start cutting away to different shots.
I start getting my sexy on in a second.
Yeah,
verse.
I mean that was the whole idea, wasn't it? It was
just, man. Dad dancing all day, man. Dad dancing for life. Like
that's the thing with dancing, whether you can dance or not. If you start dancing and you're having fun with it, and you're kind of letting yourself go, I think there's I think people kind of respect it a little bit.
Yeah, man.
Because if you're very self-conscious, people will just start.
Like I'm saying, I'm self-conscious now. Like now the video's about to come out, I'm like full of doubt, and because I'm looking at it like, oh look at my dumb fucking, like, you know, do people want to, like, the video looks great, the song's cool, but then my voice and my face, I'm like, do people want that? And I think because when I first saw that opening shot, there's one shot, that's one of the first shots I saw where I was like, I look like a fucking rock star.
Your dance is not bad in that scene.
That's if it wasn't me, I think I'd like it. So I'm like, no, I rephrase it, because it's not like that, because I love the video and I love the production of the track. I mean, obviously there's things with the track that, as always, could be better, but like I think with my resources and knowledge now, this is the best I could do, and maybe it'll get remixed if it ends up on now. I don't know, but like it's a real solid statement of like my abilities now and stuff like that, and so any of those doubts, like the video is kind of about trying to, and the track is kind of trying to get out of that sort of anxiety and let it wash away. I've got to try and do that when it comes out and just let it go, because I'm like, said right now, I'm like, this song was a bit like, yeah, we made it, beat all the depression, and then like before the track comes out, I'm like, I'm starting to feel a bit fucking depressed. Maybe I suck. But I think that's the track as well. Like I think it's really important for me to be open about that stuff. Like just all the time. I mean, everyone goes through this shit. Like everyone in their job gets imposter syndrome and stuff, right? Like,
I mean, even the earlier drafts of the track. So the one you sent me, which is the one I think you recorded and mixed on the same day. You sent me by the afternoon.
Yeah.
You recorded it in about like what, 3 hours, something like.
Not long, and then then I redid it like 20 times.
I mean, that was, but like that
initial idea.
Yeah, the actual song was some of the same sounds.
But even that track, it had a very, very lo-fi sound to it. So it sounded quite analog, sounded quite old, but that added to the track.
Yeah.
And you've refined it since, but you've kind of kept that feeling too, which is quite nice.
I think it lost a little bit, didn't it? There was a point where it went lost, and then it came back. Yeah. Like I think it was like I was on version 12, and then I went back to version 5, and was like, I shouldn't have fucked with this. But you were gonna say something as well. Sorry, I cut you off. Don't know if you remember what it was.
No, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's no real hard cuts all the way through the video. It's more soft transitions from past to past, and it's not like most modern music track videos in that sense. It's not cutting all.
I mean, originally we did discuss. That's my dog, in case anyone's wondering. Originally we discussed doing this kind of Birdman style music video where we transition from scene to scene seamlessly, but it just. You wanna maybe get no? You wanna,
buddy? You ain't going through that door, mate. Come here.
No, let me see what he's up to. Essentially, what we had was we wanted to do a shot where Jake was performing, and then we tracked away from Jake, and then there was one of those inspirational like posters on the wall with like some swimming pool on it or something like that with an inspirational quote under it, like just kind of taking the piss a little bit. Like just something that says like just keep swimming or something ridiculous garbage, and then
swim against the tide.
And then like track into it, and then it tracks out, and it's in the new location, but I don't know, I prefer what it goes into, which is this kind of almost showman, the spotlights, which are like 2D spotlights I had to put in After Effects. It just kind of goes into you dancing, and then the spotlights and then into the chorus. And I found that a bit funnier, so I was like, we'll do that, because
when you cut that shot of which I didn't know you put in the video with the guitar solo in the middle, which I forgot we filmed in the spotlight, but then you put the badmintons beside it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, I don't know if that makes sense. They
The
watching this.
players in the background.
Yeah, like that shot. That is the badminton scene that goes pitch black. If you see, you should have seen the video if you're watching this. I mean, if not, I don't know why you'd be watching it. But the badminton scene, it goes black, and there's two people behind me, and we're all spotlighted. But they were shot separately, weren't they? Like I had a backlight, and we had to cut. They were.
Yeah, we didn't have
Positive
enough.
together.
That's because we didn't have enough lights, and also like we didn't have enough lights to light the beginning shot as well, like the tracking shot for the first verse. We had to.
Oh
use,
yeah, you weren't too happy with house lights, were you? It's a bit more difficult, right?
Yeah,
Just
I
kind of
mean,
throws us
there's a
back.
reason. Like, there's a reason you use lighting that's dedicated to filmmaking. It's because it's the right
How it shows up in camera.
Yeah,
is
basically, those house lights had like a really horrible like green tinge to them when I started grading the shot, and it just took so much work to try and balance it out. That I'd like never again would I do that.
Yeah.
So like
didn't you send me
yeah.
a message? You're like, I'm never fucking using house
Yeah,
lights.
no.
Like,
So like the chorus stuff, because we didn't have enough lights, we had to break you guys up.
yeah.
Yeah.
And do it separately. But those lights, those spotlights that obviously come in for the chorus when you see them kind of do that, were all done in After Effects with the 2D light function, because we also couldn't do like spotlights there on the either.
So cool though. It's such a nice transition. I think that was one of the bits I was most excited about. Should we talk about the water as well? Because the song's about like letting go of fear and, like you said, apprehension.
What when I tried to drown you?
And like so, the song, and I mean some of the other was it victorious anthems of self-love, which is how I've described it in the PR release, right?
Wow.
You gotta sell it though, man. You gotta sell that shit. You gotta sell it. Like these guys already know it's good. Hopefully,
it's not an 80s power ballad.
But no, actually, I also called it a crooner ballad in disguise. I got all these I'm selling it like to these because I'm going to send it out to media. Hopefully, they premiered the track and some people have listened to it. I think they would have. I think they will have. And if not, like, share, subscribe, and whatnot. Ring the
We
bell.
can get up to
And
10 views.
that would be good. You can
But
make money back.
we won't be watching it.
Yeah, you can't watch your own stuff. You're like Johnny Depp. Just no, man.
Yeah.
But where was I going with that? So like, So I'm. What was it? The song's about overcoming fear and
Letting go of apprehension.
yeah, and just kind of trying to be as I've had a tough time being myself in my life. I've not known how to be sometimes, and I feel like I'm in a bit of a like we all are, a bit of a pursuit of happiness and like sort of well-being and contentment. And I think this song's about arriving a bit closer there, or realizing you're a bit closer there. Like, I was getting married at that point, married now. I mean, it's all going to shit now, but it doesn't matter. And was excited about the future and stuff like that. And the song was, if I can let go of these things and move on, I'm scared of going underwater, so why don't we I'll film underwater. I mean, it was your idea to film underwater, and then I was like, well, I feel like that's a test, let's do it. You know what I mean? That's what the video's saying. And then, I kind of...
The many takes.
And the flop, I couldn't do it, could I?
I tried making that footage work, because it was all shot at like 60, so it's all shot in slow motion. And I tried making it work, and there were a few, because we've done a few takes of the same motion. Like, I did this kind of shot where I kind of half faded them all, like did this kind of like triple exposure effect, I suppose you could call it, like with all of them as he comes up through the water. That as soon as you come up through the water, you are not having a good time.
Well, that was it. So we're saying I failed quite miserably in it. I tried, man. I like when I go down, I can't breathe out of my nostrils, and I try. Like I basically flail right away, and I end up floating up instead of sinking, which should be easier to sink.
I could.
It's all a psychological
because
thing.
you've got to because you're putting air into your lungs.
Yeah.
You've got to push yourself down whilst getting.
I just couldn't do it, man. To be honest, like as I said, I'll blame it on my ADHD and stuff.
I mean, after literally.
My brain's a bit stupid and stuff like that. Though. Like as in, I'm like.
Or you couldn't even float backwards without being like, oh, I'm gonna tip.
No,
back.
see, I'm like. a smart guy trapped in a fucking stupid brain. Like I just certain shit like that I just don't get. Like or like I'll be looking for something like where's my phone? And if there's a lot of stuff on the table, my phone might be right in front of me. I just don't see it. It's like my brain.
Oh, and that's why you can't swim.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And so like we went under, but then also we didn't realize obviously like what was it like shout out to Nikki and Jamie who lets us use their house for the pool, but like they had their friends over, your parents over, and they were all so supportive. Like they were all watching me like and then one of them her name is Hope, right? Hope is a swimming instructor. Yeah. She's kind of going, you can do it, you know, like. But she was giving me advice, but because I was getting flustered.
Someone gave some really, really bad advice, meaning well.
Yeah.
When we were trying to, they were like, should we just weigh him down? It's like, no.
Your dad said that. Your dad said that. I swear it's your dad.
Your dad was committed to getting this shot.
Yeah,
He was proper on it.
I'll come in, I'll dunk you.
and the thing was, like, I kept trying to do it, and then if you guys have obviously watched Peep Show, and again, I'm sure you've watched Peep Show or whatever, but
it's a very Mark moment.
Yeah, when Mark's on the when Mark Corrigan's on the he's gonna do the dive for charity, and then he's like, I'm too hungry, I need to get off, I'm too hungry. That was how I felt. I was ready to have a go at everybody, and I was like, no, everybody's let you use this place, for everyone's helping you out. They're all supporting you, and I was just like freaking out. And as soon as we just said, shall I go in and out? Then I could go in for longer.
Dude,
it's purely mind, man.
That was probably one of the most fun parts of the night, although it wasn't
for everyone else to watch.
Just because.
And I was fully clothed when we were doing this. I was in a fucking velvet outfit. Like it wasn't that cold. It wasn't as cold as I thought it was gonna be. But it was pretty dicey, but not like summer. So
basically the central heating of the pool the day before we were due to shoot broke down. What was that?
It was gonna be like a camera transition, but I realised the camera's all over there, so I can't do it. And we've only got one camera.
You're not a YouTuber.
I know. Well, no, I feel because we're also doing. I mean, fuck it. I'll ramble for a minute. Because I'm slowly unraveling.
There you go.
I'm doing a video for how I produced Holy Water as well. I've already made a sick ass thumbnail for it. You're in it actually. Oh. You're like actually in the centre. I'm to the side. And it says and then a little crazy emoji. Nah, it's not that. So I'm breaking down how I wrote Holy Water and like almost a bit more of a production tutorial video, and I'm doing I'm filming the little bit in between on the phone. I'm like, hello. So yeah, we're gonna get into the studio now, and I do that, and I'm embracing the funniness of it. It's ironic, so it's not shit.
So if you want to learn about side compression, you're going to have to put up with that.
Yeah, you're addressing the audience. I am as well. I keep giving them the office looks. What's your favourite shot in the video? If you had to pick one, is there any particular shot that...
This is a great way to ask the question.
Any particular shot that you feel is your baby more than the rest, if you know what I mean?
I don't know. I think the guitar solo by the pool is
especially we came back for
strong.
Well,
yeah, we came back for that.
You knew you needed it.
Because I love how the water looks. I love the sky. Still a bit light. So the sky is still blue.
Yeah.
You got that nice orange light. I really like the look of the shot, but also quite weirdly, I like the guitar solo in the recording studio. I just like the way with the organ in the background.
So yeah, I wish I'd held the guitar a bit cooler. That's the only thing I wish.
I think it looks fine.
But yeah, if it looks cool to you, I mean, then it's probably just me being sensitive.
What I liked about that specifically is that there's a very, very clear colour contrast between the guitar and everything else. There's a very, very yellowy orange wall. I mean, believe it or not, that studio wasn't. It looks very 70s, but I think that was constructed in the 90s.
Well, oh yeah.
It was.
And by the way, this was what I was trying to. I wasn't just texting. This is if you can zoom in. I know, but here's the. I mean, yeah, we could have just edited it in, but there's the shot.
That's definitely.
Look at this low res camera looking at a camera through a camera. Oh, and yeah, a fun fact about that studio shot. I think you know this as well, because I think this was after you left. Because we shot it in the same space as the badminton place. So we got, we shouldn't say numbers, I guess, but we got a massive place super cheap for the day because they were knocking it down.
Oh, no, well, that bit, they're hollowing out, they're extending it.
Oh, not knocking it down, but
aren't they?
Gutting it.
Which is why we had to shoot those scenes in January and then wait 6 months for the weather to get better.
I went and got married and then we went and finished the video. That's so much shit happened. But
We
But-
shot we shot a whole other music video in that.
Oh yeah,
time.
yeah, we shot bleep that out.
Yeah.
But coming out, I don't know, bleep that out as well. No, the studio
Bleep
shoot,
it
yeah.
out with.
I was the organ in the background for the final couple of shots was on like basically on fire. Not on fire, but it was smoking. The circuit.
No, it went on fire. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And then because there's like one take where I'm like, me and George are like watching you perform, and we're talking.
Also, just to cut in, while you were watching me perform, I could smell all the kind of melted plastic, so I
Yeah,
started
you
to
think
feel
that
like
helped you, know.
this is the thing. But yeah, I started. So while you're watching that, just know that I was smelling it. As
So
you were
your
seeing it.
performance, I was saying to, I think like in the take, me and George were like, he's ready to go, he's doing really well. Like he was really nervous this morning about like the dancing and the performance, and then all of a sudden I'm like, shit, smoke.
Well,
And
I was trying to keep it going because I thought if the organ went on fire, that would make a dope shot.
But then like
we'd have to run out of the building, but that would be a hell of a
But then
story.
then it was like, shit, smoke.
Yeah.
And then I ran in. I was like it's and then it stunk for the rest of the shoot. It was horrible.
Yeah, proper like melted plasticky, kind of sicky smelling. It was not enjoyable at all. But yeah, that's it.
How long
Is
has
it-
that
yeah,
organ
okay.
been on before it's taken?
I mean, we're filming, but like
You
Grab
can
a
get it if you want as
seat.
well.
yeah.
How long had the organ been on before it set on fire?
You had turned it on just to see if it still works because that thing was old. So it was
Yeah.
But
really
they were gonna
old,
they were gonna donate some of the gear away. Maybe.
I mean, not that.
yeah, I wouldn't take that shit. But
They were going to burn down more people's homes.
yeah, but yeah, they were gonna donate it or maybe or just put it in landfill and add a desk and shit. So I was like, oh, let me, you know what I mean? I'll take it. And then I think they put it into storage.
That was-
I never got that desk.
That was definitely the most 70s looking leisure centre that was built in the 90s.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
I
it was
remember-
crazy.
I remember going in it in the 90s, and I remember like that land
And that was
looking all fresh and
Yeah.
stuff. And like, yeah, I don't think they
Did-
like clean it.
did
Well,
you-
not
Sorry.
cleaned it, but they hadn't decorated it. But,
No, it was, but it was weird because we shot another video there. Wait, did we shoot there? Sure, do I beat that?
Oh, I don't care. I don't even know. Is it coming out? Probably, right? It's alright. It's not one of
Did,
my best.
did we shot something there before?
We shot there.
Yeah, before we did Holy Water.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I've rehearsed in there before as well, and
And then the guy was like, "Yeah, it's getting knocked down in 2 weeks," and we're like, "Shit, we got to film. We got to film
yeah,
Holy Water. We got to get that done
that's where it
because
come. Yeah, that was mad.
it was like, yeah, next month they're coming in, they're gutting this out, and this is all gonna be swimming pools."
Yeah, he was quite happy to have someone film. And then there was also a room next to it which we didn't use. It looked great, probably for another video maybe. But like it was like, damn, if we knew about that, we probably there was like a big bars. Another like that. It was all like like lime.
It literally
yeah.
looked. It looked like
Great,
something
right?
from like
Yeah.
a Tyler the Creator video. It was
Yeah.
like all turquoise.
Yeah,
It was
so
great.
cool, man. And I was like, well ready to film in that, but obviously we couldn't get another day before they RIP South Oxy.
I want to go back and see what it's like because.
we should premiere
Did
the
you ever
video
do any
out.
activity? Because we filmed those bits. I don't know if I made it clear, but in a community centre.
Yeah.
And did you guys ever do any classes there? Like when I was a kid, I did karate there, and I quit at white belt. Like I got like my ass beat, man.
I did.
Like-
By other kids. And you're like,
Yeah, another kid like bent my legs over, and then the teacher was like, "I remember this." He went, "Are you fine? You fine?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine." And then when I looked away, I had a single like tear because I was so embarrassed that this guy had like demolished me.
I did drama. There used to be a building behind that building, like further up, that they got rid of, and I used to do drama in that building. And dance.
I didn't do any classes, but I remember they used to do this, have this massive blow up, like, Bouncy Castle, but went on for like ever, and
Oh,
well, it
really?
seemed to when you was a kid, and you just used to run
Is
over it.
that not
Not
Charlie
Charlie
Chalk?
Nah, no.
My
that
cousin-
is,
yeah, sorry.
Charlie Shaw.
because Charlie Chalk's place in like where we're from, but like
If
Charlie
you
Chalk-
come from South Artsy, this will
Yeah,
really relate to.
You'll totally get this bit, but like we when I was a kid, me and my cousin, I'm not gonna name him because I don't want him to get in. I don't know. He might not want to be named. He we went into a bouncy castle, and I remember going around the back, and he pulled the socket out, and then all the kids got like stuck under it 'cause it had a roof as well, and they were all crying, and I remember him looking at me and just going like hee hee. But no, it was so funny, man, because like all the kids were like crying, and then it was like they were getting sucked into it. It was like some alien.
He's like the world's shittest villain.
Yeah, but it was like they got sucked up. I mean, when I was a kid, I was like,
Truly.
yeah, it was amazing. But
I had my first kiss, as far as I can remember, in Charlie Short when I was like
really,
4 or something.
it was Charlie.
Yeah.
This meal.
Charlie was a 40-year-old man.
Speaking of that, this is okay. Let's just go off topic for a bit, because let's just let it go. Is
Charlie Chalk as well. It's a bit of a
Isn't
suspect
it?
name.
Here's a memory I had when I was a kid, and this is we're gonna call this. I mean, actually, we're gonna put a title card up at this bit. This on this section of the show, we like to do a game called "Was I Abused?" So when I was
Spin the ball.
So when I was in Disneyland, a guy dressed up as Mickey Mouse hugged me for a picture, and he put his ear, like his face near my ear, and I heard inside the suit, he went. Now let's take it to the people. Was I abused? Aaron, what would you like to say on that? What do you think?
No.
Were you like?
He was this close, and then I heard under his suit. He definitely kissed the edge of his mask.
But isn't that is that what kids want?
Was the
kid by?
Well, he kind of did like a friendly kiss on the cheek, like he's my buddy. Buddies don't kiss you on the cheek. So no, okay, I'm already realising this sounds weird.
It was in France though.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, there you go, mate.
That falls into the second game, which is...
Wait, don't they do both cheeks?
Yeah.
Were they arse cheeks or were they cheeks?
Oh, 4 cheeks.
Well, I was about to say, I guess this falls into
How much clothing were you wearing at the time?
Well, I mean... Okay, it wasn't at Disneyland, but it was... it was in Southampton, but...
Did you never hear from Uncle Pete?
But I guess that category then, if it turns out it's a French thing, that falls into the other game, which is it racist? And the question is yes. Sorry, French people. But at least I wasn't abused, I guess, right? No shame to actual abuse.
Wait, don't French people kiss on both cheeks?
I don't believe, I don't think he kissed me on both cheeks. It was a bit, I mean, but then I don't know.
How many kids did he do this to? Oh, he just fucking...
I don't know,
Is
man.
he still doing them to this day?
Yeah, some people say that Mickey Mouse guy is still wandering around the McDonald's to that day, because it was the McDonald's, I remember that. And I went back
He
there.
probably wasn't even employed. He probably just fucking found the suit and was like, "This is my
he's
chance."
just some guy
man."
having a good time, man. Well, you know what? More power to him, because he took a chance, and you know
He's a successful paedophile.
It was good old-fashioned pedo in, wasn't it?
yeah. I don't mind it.
It was the innocent kind, you know.
Yeah, it was just before it got such a bad name.
Oh, good that.
I wonder if there's anything else in my childhood that was a bit. Have you ever had an adult talk to you, too adult for your age? Like I remember someone showing me porn when I was way too young to be cool. Like
How
having
old were
it.
they?
They were older than that. Not that much older. They were like teenagers. So they're like, oh, hey, Jay, you be one of the lads, right?
Yeah,
Look at this,
yeah.
man. I got this bitch. She's like squirt, and I was like,
In
Okay.
a really high-pitched scream voice.
oh, cool, yeah, I like that. Like, that's cool. And it was
I mean,
I was
no
just getting into like FHM, and he showed me like full like fists, like, and I'm like, dude, I'm not ready for that. Like,
I'm not
I'm 27, and I still don't enjoy that level of like depravity. Like,
I'm
yeah, man, it's too much.
I'm
for
not
me.
going to say his name, but I just got a funny feeling there's a chance I know who it is.
Say it and bleep it. Who do you think it is?
Well, I would think it would have been...
Ah, so close.
I know what you're saying. So
These are all family friends. I mean, they're all. No, actually, no, they're bleeps. So fuck it. No, because they might remember it. So don't. Right.
and Josh, it's entirely
joking.
possible that you forget to bleep this,
Yeah, I'll
So
double check.
even after you keep getting warned whilst you're watching this over.
No, but to
Oh, man. So I guess back to there was something else I was going to say. I can't remember what it was.
I mean, are we digressing back to holy water, or
Maybe.
are we going back into therapy?
Well,
here?
I mean, these all tie into the themes. You see.
Well, one thing I wanted to say about holy water is my favourite bit of the video I've seen so far is that transition from basketball, from badminton arena or
Oh, I
Paul,
know,
what do you
I know where
think?
this is going.
to the water.
Yeah, because it looks like it's a reflection.
Yeah.
That's been edited out.
That's it.
At the moment, yeah. So as
His favourite bit is
at the
on the video.
at the moment, it's out because basically I've had some
I know.
processing issues. So I've not been able to do it convincingly enough to get it done in time for the press release, but it might be out in the official release of the video.
There could be a long beat here.
Yeah, because there's
No,
still,
this is fine. This is funny. I like
we're still going over like the fonts we want to use for the
the
opening
final little
thing.
bits.
So that's, I mean, if you're doing mail outs for press and the video's not ready, you either do the mail out without a video, but that's not preferable.
Worth it.
Nah, not for
Yeah,
this video.
I mean, what you're gonna attach a bunch of stills from the music video, and all you're gonna put at the bottom of text is saying video coming soon. No one's gonna click on that, so I'd rather get something else. And there's probably gonna be things between the press release version and this version that are different. Nothing major, but it will just be like finishing touches, like. But as soon as I said finishing touches, I thought about the Mickey Mouse.
I knew. Oh,
It hit me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
I put the finishing touches on the video. Yeah, it's as of the latest version. Didn't you send it in the latest version?
I haven't. You haven't seen
No,
it.
no.
It's quite funny. Well, I guess that's the thing. Is there any highlights from your experience on the video?
Well,
You were in it. You were crab walking with me on the
Yeah, I was gonna
Paul
say
Hammond as
that-
well. Paul Hammond was your
Yeah.
fine badminton partner.
but also, yeah, because mostly we had to film a shot over the swimming pool. What? On a cheap budget isn't easy to do. Obviously, you can't get cranes in and shit. But so George, who isn't here now, came up with a rig to film over the pool. What's basically quite a sturdy wooden ladder with about 250 to 2,500 quid worth of equipment on top of it. What it took 3 of us to operate.
crab walking.
Yeah.
It's George operating from a tablet, like the camera head and the focus as well, like pulling focus, and then me and you kind of, because the move itself isn't that hard. It's when like you've got that configuration, and because the camera's on the gimbal adds a bit of height to it, so we wanted to keep it as close to the water as possible. So we had to crab walk literally low and then slowly lift it up.
It went great for that.
There's a water speck on that lens actually, and I'm gonna, maybe we just bleep this or don't use it, but we might end up, it's in the final video because it's on every single fucking take, and it really annoys me because I added the whole video's kind of got this hazy look to it, and I added that all in post. Malone. I added that all in post just because it was I didn't have a Black Pro mist filter, which is something that kind of softens highlights and softens the image as a whole. So I added it all in post, but it still doesn't mask the tiny fucking water speck that's on that shot, and it's so it goes up your like right leg. I can see it so clear. I'm like, oh god damn it, man.
If if I can embrace silly dancing, you're gonna have to embrace that one little. Forgive it,
mate. We're gonna have to go back and do it again.
Well, you were saying about Post Malone. So when this comes out, I like the way I'm talking about this, like it's part of the video. Post Malone's album should be out when this comes out. Let's predict what do you think the public rate? Have you heard Circles?
No, I actually haven't. I've heard what's the other track of the video? He gets stabbed in the throat.
Young Thug.
Young Thug.
Let me see if I can find it.
Can't remember. Was that what the track is called?
No. There's not a recorded version out. It's like a guitar version. I bet it's only going to be a shit version.
Do you know what I fucking love? I loved when he debuted his new hairstyle, and I was like,
yeah.
Shit, man.
Yeah, Posty, what are you doing? It's like just like a chill rock tune.
Yeah.
I mean, we can actually play the proper track here, unless we get copy striked by YouTube. I don't know.
Yeah, we probably would.
Yeah, so maybe we do our own rendition, barbershop.
Just like on all
recorders.
No, mellophone. Okay, I'm gonna say this. So obviously, you guys will know that song very well by the time this comes out. I reckon it's gonna be like big, but I think this album will get Needle Drop. Okay, Needle Drop. I reckon Needle Drop will give him 6.5 to a 7.
Right.
I don't know why I'm predicting what one bald dude that I don't know is doing. Do you watch the Needle Drop?
No.
Oh, you know the bald dude on YouTube that reviews stuff?
And
Matt Anthony. I was like, what you did with Chase the Rapper, Matt Anthony Fontana.
The Needle Drop. Yeah.
So I don't like, because he's obviously so entertaining to watch as a creator.
Yeah.
Did you see him destroy Chance the Rapper's album?
No.
The Big Day. And
I've seen some of his stuff.
All the caption was more like big mess. It's the most brutal he's went on an album ever. Because I can't figure out the album. I remember and there's all shouting over the top. Remember that track?
Yeah.
It's like such a weird album. I don't know if I get it.
Not to go from a tangent. Did you see the short film Chance the Rapper was in?
What film was that?
Called Happy.
No.
Where he's suicidal, and he there's like a hotline that you could. There's like an internet site that you can contact on the dark web. If you're too chicken shit to basically kill yourself. I say the term chicken shit. It's not.
Do it, you pussy.
Yeah, if obviously you can't go through with suicide, you can hire.
Holy Water is about overcoming those sort of negative emotions and positivity and trying to overcome suicidal thoughts. Not that I suffer with too many sort of suicidal thoughts because I'm not mental, but that's too much. No, I have had suicidal thoughts and stuff like that. And Holy Water is about kind of accepting yourself for your flaws, and the film relates to that.
That's where you come to suicide.
Alright, let's just go back into the.
I can't remember what were you saying about the thing. It was.
How high? On a scale of on a scale of 1 to 10, on a scale of 1 to Snoop Dogg, how Willie Nelson are you?
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. Ask me how high I am.
Hi, how are you?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, we've said probably what we need to say about Holy Water.
Is there anything you want to discuss?
I don't know. Because obviously I've got to break down the track as well, which is going to be interesting. But that's more for the.
Is there anything we haven't covered about how Holy Water from the track to how the concept of the video started?
Well, that's what I think we addressed at the beginning. Is I'm not really sure. You just kind of were like the badminton outfit. It just came. You know what I mean? There's a shot that we really wanted to do in it. That's one of the only shots in the video that was, I guess, I've had an idea for, wasn't it? Which was the bike.
But that came from another. That came from
another
video.
Wanting to do bike.
There's this shot, right, that I've been trying to strong arm into one of your videos, and you've been polite enough to entertain it. I'm not going to say what it is because it's probably going to be in a video.
It's coming.
Bleep that. But
it's
killing me, man.
Not that
We're going to get to see. I bought an outfit for it. I've spray painted a vehicle for it.
Which doesn't. We tested it and it doesn't work.
Yeah, and it turns out that he had a bike that's the same colour.
The whole time.
And it rides better.
No, I did tell you this, but you were like,
I bought some spray paint, mate, don't worry about it.
The bike don't work now.
No, because the spray paint stuck it all together so you can't pedal.
Spray paint hasn't changed.
We've just gave away the bike. Alright, fuck it.
You
okay,
gave away your broken bike, so...
No, we've gave away the video. Remember I was saying don't talk about the shot properly, right?
God,
yeah, fuck it. Right. So the shot is riding on a bike that's blue and I've got a whole blue velvet outfit. It's really cool. It will be in a video. And I think now if this is out, people are going to root for this to be in a video. It just, there was 3 videos. One song we didn't put out because I never finished it. Then I think there was another video it fit in, which
26 years.
Yeah, then it was going to be in that, and then we just didn't need it.
No.
And then it was going to be in Holy Water, and then we were just we got enough. And then hopefully, Aaron Shawsmith's and
it's not.
Not in that one.
Not in that one.
He says it is.
Not in that one.
He says it is. You go, can we fit it in a video? No, I'm busy. When is it? But it's going to be, if not, I'm just going to fucking film that shit on a phone and just sing with no music and just put it out this was my idea, everybody. You know, pay attention to me.
So why not? Like,
From a
I used to be-
selfie
if you
stick.
got a lot like that.
Because I used to be really, really, really intense about like my own visuals, and then I think the more I've got to work with you and George as well, obviously, I've become way less like, I don't know. I'm just like, you guys have got it. Like, you guys know what. Like, I mean, I input ideas, I guess, and whatnot.
I think it's more-
sometimes we're like, it's almost like writing a song. We might be in a room, and you're kind of like pacing about while I'm making something, and then you're like, damn, this like. I wouldn't release Dally if it weren't for you.
Well, we have. I mean, we like the interesting thing about that,
which isn't out yet, but you will see
yeah.
it.
So basically, the video for that started as a screen test for a script that I wrote. Just as like I was basically doing a mood board. I just wanted someone to stand in so I could get some like, you know, shots so I could show people aesthetically what I was going for with the project, and that turned into a music video. But
I touched his elbow in a really sexual way. Sorry, carry on. Now I'm more like nervous. Is that sexual abuse? Round 2. No, carry on.
All right. Well.
Yeah, I can't remember where you were going with that because
I've. Dally.
Yeah,
Digress
yeah.
away from sexual abuse. No, that was that video. That video is more narratively driven than because Holy Water is essentially just you dancing in different
It's
locations.
a high budget video with a low narrative, and then the other video is like high narrative video with just like low budget.
Yeah, because essentially all the shots are like. I really love like old 70s films. I like the original Get Carter. I love like Bullet and so, like films that implement really simple cinematography like crash zooms and stuff. So we shot that on like a really old lens from like the 70s, and it's just shots of you like standing looking into the camera, like zoom shots of you, like eating.
So it's so stupid. It's great.
There's a scene with a samurai sword and some sort of body dismembering that we don't really see, like kind of juxtaposed of like scenes of you like intensely working out, sweating profusely, and which we have yet to film, but
they're gonna be fun.
They're gonna be really fun.
They're so weird. Like
I've got a playlist.
You've brought out a lot of the humor, I think, and because I've always felt like that. Like I always felt like my music was a bit too serious, and I've always felt like I'm quite a funny guy. Like I've always felt like I've been quite funny and always had a sense of humor. You know, an entertainer. Anything. An entertainer first, a friend second. You know,
and the Holy Water video is nothing like the whole point of that video.
Not funny and slapstick funny, but you know what I mean. Just having like I don't take my music isn't like dark and like I'm so like I mean there's another track coming out that you will hear that we're filming literally outside there. And that track is the most...
I'm building a tiki bar, by the way.
It's the most depressing track I've ever written. It's about pure loneliness, and it's over the happiest music I've ever written. It's like salsa music, and I think... Because I have a weird relationship with depression and darker thoughts. Half the time, I can see the ridiculousness in half of it.
And like, half the time, a salsa track is playing in your head.
Yeah. There's always one of the voices is usually singing salsa in there somewhere. And... I have trouble managing my mind sometimes, and I find I'm always over exposed to like just a fucking litany of thoughts like all the time, like talking over each other and shit. And I find my mind very busy. And sometimes I realize it's just, to be honest, because we haven't really got shit to worry about. Like we're not running away from lions and hunting our meat and so I have the luxury of being there.
So some of our problems are funny. When you
think about the end of your life, like, did that matter? Like, probably. So a lot of times when I have these phases, I think, and this isn't to anybody, who else who has these phases, because you have to deal with it in your own way. Maybe you need therapy, maybe you need medication, whatever. But there is like this sense. I used to feel like maybe there was something deep and dark inside me that I was unaware of that maybe made me damaged. And then I realized like. It's just your fucking body's stupid. Like sometimes your body just makes you anxious about shit when there's nothing. It's because you don't have to worry about your life as much.
What are you anxious about the release of Holy Water? Because it's been like, so you wrote the track in October.
Yeah.
Which is in 2 months will be a year old.
Yeah.
Right. And we started shooting the video January and we finished recently and edited and it's out. Is it the fact that it's something that's been such a big part of your life for the last 8 months now
Maybe.
it's gonna be out there and that's it. Like you can't, because that's the thing. Once you put it out there, like, you know, that's it. It's out there to people. And
A little bit.
You looking forward to the release?
I'm all over the place. Part of me's like, yes. But here's what's happened is there's such a big chunk of me because, you know, as of this recording, you know, we haven't made it, so to speak, right?
No.
And I worry that my career intentions might impede on my writing sometimes, or the way I look at videos, or, you know, sometimes one of the thoughts is, oh my god, this could do so well. And I'm like, okay, I mean, I'm not going to act above those feelings because at the end of the day, I've got married, I've got a mortgage to try and get eventually, and I've got shit to pay. So I've got to figure out doing this and making it pay. But I worry that might impede on the making of stuff. Like, do I really like it? And the answer is yes. But when you get to that point where you spent so long thinking about the next part of it, so you worried I bashed your wall, right?
No.
Oh no. I'll move anyway. But like, like I worry that impedes on the making, or maybe the way I look at the video. I'm worried that like I'm a bit blinded by those things, like what will sell, because obviously I need a couple of bangers to kind of get me started, and you can't force them along. Like Holy Water happened on its own, right? And I think that's.
But the next track after that I feel like we go that is something that's on.
Like a banger, probably.
Yeah, well, it's on that level. Like it's I don't know. I think Holy Water is like the first track you've made that I think really has the most commercial appeal.
Yeah, I'm worried that I'm trying to ride that wave, so to speak.
But you didn't put like with that and with bleep it, fucking bleep it. With that and what's interesting is you didn't try either, and it was something you did 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, you remember? Yeah, 2015 I started making that, and then the bass line was just hanging around forever. Fun fact: I actually tried to get Juan Orderette from the Mars Volta to play the bass line, because I had a podcast with him and interviewed him, and I met him a couple of times, and he's kind of pen play. Probably doesn't remember me now.
Yeah.
But I love the Mars Volta, so I was trying to get him to play on it. And it never reformulated, mostly because I don't have any money. You know, it turns out the career musicians want to get paid because, you know, funnily enough, they got bills. And that says a bit of that. There's a bit of like looking at. Oh, yeah, you checking the camera time?
Yeah.
How we doing?
2 minutes.
Okay, I'll close on this, and yeah. So like, I have imposter syndrome like a lot, and I feel like. I try to overcome that imposter syndrome, but sometimes I think I overcorrect it, and I'll try too hard to be a front man. I'll try too hard when I'm realizing more that now it's becoming a bit more of like a umbrella project, that I don't need to sing all the songs. You know, I don't need to necessarily be that guy who can sing, dance. You know, like, I don't know, I put too much pressure on myself, and I get very insecure, and what happens is when I get into a negative spiral is I end up comparing myself to other artists, and there's too many variables in their life that don't equate to mine, and they might be better. Like, you know, if you put them, you know, they might just have it in their makeup to be a bit better. They might have it in their makeup to put more work in maybe than I do, whatever. But okay, that's fine. So what resources have I got, and what variables have I got that I can turn to an opportunity? And the fact is, you know, by the time this comes out, I'll be 28, and I thought maybe all this would already be happening. I might have made it by now, but I don't know what making it is now. That's what's funny for me. I'm like, do I want to be a pop? Like, this isn't like a general like the music industry, but I don't know what making it means for me. I don't know. You might want to swap to another bit if there's any more time left, because this is some gold shit. Is how long we got?
Minute 20.
Oh, okay. Let me just ramble on this and then we'll close. So like, I don't know. I feel like now I'm going to try too hard to be like deep, but like, yeah, I don't know what making it means to me, because I'm realizing I'm enjoying being in the studio more than I enjoy the idea of touring. Singing is something I do on certain tracks, but some tracks I feel like I want someone else for it. Like, I sent it to you, I think, earlier today, that like, I'm writing, like, songwriting wise, I'm writing checks that my voice can't check. Cashing checks that my voice can't. So I don't know what the fuck I'm saying.
Writing checks my voice can't cash.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. So like, and I don't want to stop writing the way, because I find it really satisfying. So when I'm writing rap songs, I know we've got potentially bleep 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 whatever. A track that may have rapping, that may feature me rap. I don't want that to be like, oh, okay, I've got to be that guy now. And when I saw Holy Water, I was like, shit, okay, this is what I'm putting out to the world. Do I have to grow on that and become this great, like, because there's almost a bit of ironic Michael Jackson in there. There's a bit of, do I have to be that? And I'm like, no.
None of it's serious. Like, it's like the...
Oh, mate, it's all in my head.
Yeah, and
so I'm just trying to overcome that.
The video's just fun. Like, it's not, like, not meant to be taken seriously. Like,
but your fun and my fun might be different, right? So I'm like, do I'd worry about my
not on the level of being...
Just after that quick break, yeah, essentially, like, I guess with the video... Like, for the first, I mean, you probably saw it, I'd be timid on the first couple of hours of a shoot because I don't feel like I should. And this happens with photo shoots, this happens with getting to a gig sometimes. I feel like I shouldn't be here. And it's because I haven't maybe, as I've grown up, I haven't maybe had anyone that's made it around me that's like, you could do this, or I haven't, whatever it is. I mean, I'm nearly 28 now, so like, at the end of the day, all of that lies with me now, no matter what, you know what I mean?
Well, and it lies with the people that you surround yourself with as well, so like,
Yeah, but it's self-image.
Yeah.
My self-image can be a bit skewed because all the more reason to make this a project rather than a solo thing, because that just doesn't work, like, because then I'm talking to my wife on the phone, and I'm still that guy that the music is, and I need to just have some name I can shed. And I need more people involved because, as I say, in the process, it's starting to get quite lonely, and it defeats the. I say like Holy Water, and so a lot of the things I've been writing about lately, are really about when catching yourself out in like spirals and negative behaviors, and like not being scared to face them, and then loving yourself in despite of that, and then moving on from it, and becoming better. So like, I feel like I shouldn't be, but then. Earlier on today, I felt like I probably couldn't, like, kind of... So I guess I'm semi-hosting this. I'm kind of leading it a bit, maybe, because I'm in the middle. Well, maybe, I don't know. But
either that or you're a marriage counsellor.
yeah. And, like...
That's episode 2.
So I think like, and then once I'm doing it, I feel comfortable. Like, the other day I had my first live sound. I've started doing live sound for events as well, because I want to start doing sound.
Sorry.
That sound.
Jeez, we won't talk about it. But yeah, I did live sound for a like kind of mini festival vibe thing, and there's more work to come up, and I felt like I couldn't do it, and then I was trying to embrace that everything will go wrong, and then you grow from that, and it did go wrong, and I grew out of it. But like same with Holy Water, like I'm looking at it now, I'm like, okay, that's the print now, and I'm like, I don't know, just
it's because you've held on for it, onto it for so long, and it's gone through.
I'm overthinking, man.
I mean, and do you know what? We've been planning the video since October last year, because the day that you sent that to me, I was like, got a great idea for a video. Let's do this, and then we started building it, and we started shooting it January. To be fair, we did the last shoot of it on the 13th of July. Like, we did one shoot back in January. We had to wait 6 months for the good weather to shoot outside. Like, it's been a long process.
Yeah. Man.
And I think when you hold on to something for so long, and it's finally ready.
We were nearly gonna hold it till next year as well.
Yeah, and there's not like when
you'd be dead by then.
Because you would have moved on, and we would have moved on to other videos. We would have probably looked back on this one next year and gone, it's a great video, but like where we're at is so different.
It's like Teacher was great, and then you're like, now look where we're at with this.
Yeah.
And then same with whatever 5 years time, the stuff we'd have accomplished by then.
I think because it's been held on for so long, it's ready. I think part of it is, okay, it's ready, but like, is this the right way to do it? Like, is there anything more can you do?
I think, like, is the mix good enough? Is my performance? All these little things, like, but the actual inherent intellectual, I should say, like the intellectual material of the project, like the concept, the way it's been filmed, the actual song, I'm all happy with. I think. I wish there was like, I wish I had a twin who could sing dope, and you know what I mean. I could give the song to him. You know what I mean? I have that a little bit, but it's insecurity. It takes a lot of guts to put a video out. This I'm putting myself out there, and I guess there's probably a fear of getting shot, and a fear of rejection, or worse than rejection, maybe is indifference. And that might happen. This might be watched by 100 people and that's fine. Like, at the end of the day, like, I have to make sure that other stuff don't matter. But this is maybe reason for the name change is, like, Jake, the artist, shouldn't care about the money part. But then when you've done the art, Jake, the husband and future father at some point and all that shit, he's got to worry about how the bills are going to get paid. So how are we going to market this shit? Like, how are we going to, you know what I mean? There's two hats you got to wear where it's like business and commerce and then art. And I think I struggle with that because I'm very, very, very aware. I really thought I'd have made a full-time living out of music by now.
Well, you're still trying to navigate how that works, which is part of the worry.
And time's running out almost, you know what I mean? Because you have that almost timestamp on you in music industry like 30. That isn't the case, really, but you can get past it. Father John Misty did it, you know, and film composers do it and stuff like that. And I maybe get more satisfaction out of working on the compositional stuff than my music anyway. Like, I think they're both very, you know, I enjoy doing both and I feel like I need to do both.
Are you ever 100% happy with the work that you put out? And I say that in terms of, like, you can be like, okay, this is ready, put it out, but is there anything you look at? Because I always look at videos that I do, I put them out and I'm like, I'm never ever 100. Yeah, because you can keep a video or you can keep a track, you can keep anything in the incubation stage forever. I could keep a video, I could keep Holy Water in the edit forever and never release it because I can always improve on it. So is it partially because, like, you're looking at the track and you're thinking, well, in a year's time, I'll look back on that track and think, that I could have applied this thing to it, and so I could do a little bit better, and, like...
I don't know, because I actually like looking back to stuff that's worse and thinking, oh my god, I've got way better. So, it depends on the way you look at a project, right? Like, I think...
When does a project end?
Yeah, really, it's all one big project, which is life. And all these little things.
All right, David Brown.
Yeah, all these things are steps in your, like, you know, your artistic progression or whatever. And I think you should be able to gauge growth. So I say, like, when I've finished a project, I step aside, like, from myself and I think, is this the best, like, Holy Water? What Holy Water was probably finished like 2 months ago, a month ago. Is this the best month ago Jake could have done with his resources? So bear in mind, you know, maybe I'm getting a new Mac in a month or so. Like, my Mac started to run slow, so there's technical problems. There's probably some YouTube tutorials I've watched in between when this was filmed, when this is out, that have changed my mixing exponentially. Like, but did that Jake do as good as he could? And if he has, then fine. You know, like, and I think that comes from once you let it go. I mean, there's a point for me. I don't know if you get this in videos. I get this with mixes. That, like, maybe a year later I stumble across it, I listen to it again, and I realise I'm not listening to individual parts anymore. I'm not listening to that lot or that cut here or that. I'm not listening to that individual, the EQ on that snare anymore. I'm not listening to the reverb and whether it's wide enough. I'm just listening to a track and there's faults in it, but I'm like, I can embrace those faults. I mean, I do it with artists I like. Sometimes I'll listen to, like, a Radiohead album or usually I'll get a band I love and then I'll go to their first record where they maybe didn't have the same resources and I listen to it and think, would I be happy with this? And I might go to Tame Impala's first album and I think, I don't know if I'd pass the recording on this at the time, you know what I mean? But it doesn't matter, like, because the songs are great. I don't see, they could have, maybe there's a bit too much guitar or whatever, I don't know, I can't speak for the mixing on that record, but, like, it come out and as a listener I resonated with it or whatever, you know, and that's all that matters. So when I pretend, I'll pretend I'm in Tame Impala and listen to it as a critic, or I'll pretend I'm in Radiohead for a second and then wish I had a lot more money, and I pretend that, like, I'm listening to, you know, sometimes a voice like Tom York going rack, and he's, you know, his voice, if you didn't know Tom York was good, you might think, should we put this out? He sings kind of weird, but his voice...
It's different, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it took a little...
It's flawed, but it becomes part of the charm. Well, Neil Young kind of whining like, hard of gold, but you're like...
Leonard Cohen.
Yeah, mumbling, like Tom Waits growling like a fucking garbage truck, like... But all their voices are amazing because their flaws, like, are in there. And it feels like you're getting to know the person more. So what I'm saying is, the flaws that are in my voice that would make a listener maybe resonate more with me because there's faults in there and there's, like, honesty. I know that word gets thrown around. But, like, if there's genuine faults in it that make it feel more vulnerable. I'm probably not in tune to get that bit because I'm looking at my voice like pure technically, and I can't technically sing for shit.
I think it's something as well to do with creative compromise, because when you don't have a huge amount of resources and you are doing a lot sort of DIY. I mean, you're recording tracks and mixing and mastering tracks, you know, from a room in your house.
My bed's at the other end of it.
Like I'm shooting, I'm editing videos from my bedroom and my house. Like, there's not really much of a place that for us that separates work from normal life. So you can get caught into a rut because obviously
name change, actually.
you can't separate that, because you know I've spent 14-15 hours editing in my bedroom. And I've got TV in my bedroom, and I want to let off some steam, so I'll go on my Xbox in my bedroom. I'm not removing myself from the workspace.
You have to go out for, like, sometimes we'll go for a walk out the woods.
Yeah, because it just you get cabin fever, and I think
clearing your mind.
Definitely, and you need the fresh air, and
I think there's certain limitations that you have when you're doing things independently. So you're trying to find creative compromises that aren't such a compromise where it, you know, you're completely letting go the whole concept that you originally come up with. I mean, even with Holy Water, like. When I look back on the concept that we've got and the content we got that we shot for it, I'm completely happy with it. But there is a certain level, because it's the budget of the video wasn't high, and we didn't have, you know, a crew of people, and we were doing this on, you know, just
shoestring.
You know, there are things we had to compromise on. There are things, you know, we had to build a rig to put the camera over the water, and even then, I was saying to George, like, are you sure you definitely want to do this? I want to make sure that you're sure, like, and I kept asking him. The date, like the week before when we were getting the wood, he was like, it's fine. I was like, yeah, but it's an insurance claim you're not going to want to make, and it's also like something that's going to ruin the shoot if we get there. And
the whole vibe would be gone.
Well, yeah, we did that first thing in the day. If that shot went wrong, the whole day was off.
We took a risk. I mean, it worked out, but there's always compromises you're going to have within your own independent work, because you don't have the resources that, you know, an established band has. You know, you can't just go and record with an engineer and session musicians. You have to do everything yourself.
But you've got more freedom. If
you
ain't got
less
that's
time
the price you pay for the
constraints,
freedom.
And I think the ethos of doing it yourself means there's more vulnerability to it, because there's less people to blame if people don't like it.
And you have to let go sometimes. Like, I'll look at some of the work I do and I'm like, this shot could have been exposed a little bit better. But then I realised I'm in the middle of, like, a couple of years ago I did a music video in the middle of Dartmoor in Exeter. For anyone who hasn't been there, it's just a barren, desolate land, and sporadic with you know, Bronze Age medieval villages, abandoned villages spread throughout, and I'm out there with like one other friend shooting this video. I'm also in front of the camera with a friend of mine, like, you know, playing a character in a mask, because there was 3 of us all together. There's not a lot of resource, and so obviously there's going to be certain shots or certain imperfections that you have when you get the footage back and you take it off onto the computer and import into Premiere. You know, there were certain issues with certain shots. You know, maybe they were a little bit underexposed, but I had to deal with it. I had to work with what I had.
It's part of the charm, man.
And you kind of have to let go of certain imperfections in your
projects. Let go of apprehensions.
Oh God, is this our sign off? Is that okay? Just
no,
end it. No, we didn't, man. No.
I thought that was a good time. I've been waiting to use that for a bit.
So, Holy Water, self-help track.
Yeah, self-help anthem. No, what did I put in the press release? I put a series of victorious anthems celebrating self-love, which is a load of bollocks.
This is literally just like a scene from King of the Hill, where they're like sat by the fucking fence drinking beer.
Yeah, that was fun.